I will present our work titled A Two-Stage Multiple Instance Learning Framework for the Detection of Breast Cancer in Mammograms. So, breast cancer is the most common cancer among women worldwide. Globally, it causes more than 500,000 deaths each year. So, early detection of breast cancer through large-scale population screening is critical for timely intervention. However, this requires the manual evaluation of a large number of mammograms by radiologists. Therefore, automated diagnostic tools can aid radiologists in this regard. It can help reduce the time and effort in screening and can also help to minimize the intra and inter-expert variations in diagnosis. In this work, we present an automated method to detect malignant cancer in mammograms. Breast cancer is primarily characterized by the presence of tumors called mass. A mass can either be benign, that is non-cancerous, or malignant, that is cancerous. A benign mass is typically characterized by smooth boundaries, while a malignant mass has an irregular margin. However, in practice, in many cases, it becomes difficult to differentiate between a benign and malignant mass. An example is shown here. Moreover, mass only occupies a small region in the entire mammogram. Therefore, a classifier must be able to attend to localized regions in the image while ignoring the large background tissue regions. Sometimes healthy dense fibroglandular tissues are also present in mammograms, which have similar intensity and appearance as a mass. So the classifier should also be able to discriminate between them. In this work, we present a two-stage framework. In stage 1, a convolutional neural network is employed to detect multiple bounding boxes in the mammogram. Each of the bounding box contains suspicious regions that either has a benign or malignant mass. Thereafter, a set of overlapping 64 by 64 image patches are extracted from the detected bounding boxes, and these set of image patches are provided as input to the second stage. The second stage uses a deep learning based multiple instance learning framework for image level benign versus malignant cancer prediction. Both stage 1 and stage 2 are trained separately in a sequential manner, that is, they are not trained in an end-to-end manner. The image preprocessing comprises Otsu thresholding to extract the breast region and use it to obtain a tighter crop around the region of interest. This image is then resized to 640 by 320 pixels, and the intensity is standardized to have zero mean and unit standard deviation. During training, data augmentation is applied to each mammogram on the fly, and it consists of random horizontal or vertical flips, random rotations in plus minus 30-degree range, and random translations up to a maximum of 0.2 times the image dimension. In stage 1, we use a convolutional neural network similar to U-Net, which consists of an encoder block followed by a decoder block. The encoder block has a series of convolutional layers with max pooling operations in between, while the decoder block has a series of convolutional layers with upsampling operations in between them. The corresponding encoder and decoder layers are also connected with the help of skip connections at each scale. The output of the U-Net architecture is a segmentation softmap, which is then post-processed to obtain multiple bounding boxes. The post-processing step comprises thresholding the segmentation softmap to binarize it, applying morphological image processing operations to it, and finally fitting bounding boxes to each of the connected components. Thereafter, 64 by 64 size image patches are extracted from the detected bounding box regions. So in stage 2, we represent each image by a set of image patches that were extracted in stage 1. In this illustration, each image is represented by an ellipse, and the image patches are categorized into two groups. The rectangular violet represents the image patches which are either false positives from stage 1 or they contain benign patches, while the turquoise circle represents image patches which contain malignant mass. The negative bags, which in our case represents normal mammograms or benign mammograms, contain image patches which only belong to the first category, while the positive bags, which in our case represents a malignant or cancerous mammogram, contains at least one image patch which contains a malignant mass. We explored this architecture to perform this image level classification task. A set of all the image patches which were extracted from a given mammogram are passed through a convolutional neural network to obtain a scalar weight alpha and a patch level feature f. The alphas from all the image patches extracted from the same mammogram are normalized to sum to 1 using a softmax operation, and a global image level feature is obtained by taking a weighted combination of the patch level features. This feature is then used to classify the mammogram image into the normal or cancer categories using a fully connected layer. The details of the CNN architecture is shown here. It consists of a series of convolutional layers and uh, max pooling operations, and the final patch level feature is obtained here, which is then passed through two FC layers to obtain the scalar weight alpha. We evaluated our method on a publicly available dataset called InBreast, which consists of 410 images from 115 subjects. It consists of both MLO and CC views of left and right breast. MLO and CC are two orientations which are commonly used to acquire mammograms. The local annotations for the mass are also available in this dataset, which is used to train our stage 1. We perform a five-fold stratified cross-validation at a breast level, where the CC and MLO views are always in the same partition. The average prediction time is 0.047 seconds per image using CPU alone, where the majority of the time is spent in stage 1, while the stage 2 is significantly faster as it operates only on a smaller set of image patches that were extracted in stage 1. On the task of localization, which was performed in stage 1, at a bounding box level, we achieved an average precision of 0.76 and recall of 0.80. We also computed the FROC plots for each of the 5 folds at a pixel level, where the true positives were defined as the number of predicted pixels that lie within the ground truth bounding box, and false positives are the number of predicted pixels that lie outside the ground truth bounding box. These are some qualitative results. Here the bounding boxes in red represent the ground truth, while the bounding boxes in green represent the predicted results from our method. So in stage 2, we performed the image level benign versus malignant classification. If we ignore stage 1 and extract image patches from the entire image and provide it as input to stage 2, we achieve an AUC of 0.70. In contrast, if we use both stage 1 and stage 2, we find the AUC to significantly improve to 0.91. This shows the importance of stage 1, where we localize the mass regions in the overall classification performance. We also compared our performance against a state-of-the-art method and found our method to improve the sensitivity by 6% and specificity by around 5% in comparison to this state-of-the-art method. We also plot the ROC curves for each of the 5 folds. The plots highlighted in bold are the performance of our method, and the corresponding colored plot with dotted lines represents the performance of the benchmark method on the same fold. To summarize, we presented a two-stage framework for benign versus malignant classification at an image level. In stage 1, we detect suspicious regions which have a benign or malignant mass. In stage 2, we detect cancer at an image level using the weighted average of the patch level features. We achieved a reasonable performance for mass localization with a precision of 0.6 and average recall of 0.80. We achieved good performance on the task of image level detection of malignancy with an AUC of 0.91. Our future work involves evaluation of the proposed method on a larger dataset. We also hope to extend our binary classification to a fine-grained 6-level BIRATS classification task, which is a much more challenging problem. Thank you.